I'm Chris Gammell. Welcome back to the Golioth booth at Embedded World 2024. This year we're showcasing one of our partner demos. We have a design partner program that works with project development firms that are building stuff for their clients, building on top of Golioth. Ambient Sensors is a dev shop out of Boise, Idaho in the US, and they built this demo here. Sandra, who did this, she took the Golioth SDK, put it onto the Thingy91, which is running the Golioth SDK on top of Nordic Connect SDK, which is the Nordic software package. And she was immediately able to use our setting service and our remote procedure calls to toggle capabilities onto this device. And the new thing here is that she created a gateway down to a range of Bluetooth mesh devices. If you don't know Bluetooth mesh, it's often used in the lighting industry to control a wide range of Bluetooth devices, and messages can hop from device to device. So what we're doing is we're synchronizing settings from the Golioth Cloud down to this Thingy91 with running the NRF9160, which is an LTE-M or NB-IoT modem. Then that setting is being broadcast using a Bluetooth mesh client, which is a little bit backwards from how I expect it to be, but in this case the client is broadcasting out to the mesh saying, here's the new setting, and then all of the Bluetooth mesh servers, BLE mesh servers, those are all listening for these messages, and the reason they're servers is because they hold state. So if you see, these are 8 BBC microbits, so they have a bunch of LEDs on them. They also have the NRF52833 on board, running some mesh firmware, and again, they are listening for values. I can then trigger this reading using the NRF9160 on here, going to the NRF52840 on here. I hit that, and it turns the lights all the way on. I hit it again, it turns them off. Effectively, this is acting as a light switch would in a Bluetooth mesh setup. So now I want to go and change the settings that are being pushed to this device, and then that can then be broadcast here. What we'll see is if we change the standby current, so the standby level is currently set at 10%, but now it's going to be set to 50%. Now I'm going to just change this here on the Golioth console, change that to a setting of 50. It's just an integer that gets passed down to the Thingy91. As it does that, it's actually going and automatically updating all of these devices, and now these are all set at 50%. Again, once I turn it back on again, it goes back up to 100, off, back to 50, I double tap there, sorry, back down to 50. I can also go and change things like the amount of time that this sits at the maximum run level, it's called. So when it's at 100%, it's on for a certain amount of time. Right now it's set to 2 seconds. We could change that to something like 5 seconds. Again, we push this value down, and now when I hit the button, it turns on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it starts to fade out. So this shows a couple things. One, it shows a Bluetooth gateway being controlled by an NRF9160 cellular device. And so that's really powerful, showing how a Golioth SDK can be extended out into the world of short-range devices using a long-range device like the NRF9160 or the range of new modems from Nordic. And another thing it shows is how hardware and firmware developers can become cloud developers with a single SDK included, in this case the Golioth SDK. All of the things that are available on the console, those are all capabilities that are immediately available when you use the Golioth SDK. And now you can go and control your hardware that's down the line. You can send firmware updates to your devices. You can control things with settings. You can control things with remote procedure calls. And all of your data coming back from that network can then be pushed up to the Golioth Cloud as well. So making your Bluetooth devices more cloud-enabled using Golioth, using Nordic parts. And yeah, we're excited to see what you're going to build. Thanks for watching.